And welcome to another edition of Aging Immaturely post-election. Jeff, how you doing?
All right, but we're post-election, but not
Post-election, and guess who the winner is? I'm sorry, I had to put it in there.
That's your favorite. So far, that's your favorite sound effect, right?
Oh, I love it. I mean, come on. What could be better? Yes, we are post-election, day after the election, and guess who the winner is? No one.
Not there yet.
No. Could 2020 get any worse? I mean, how horrible is this right now? After, 10 months of campaigning, at least for Donald Trump, 10 months in the basement for Prune Juice Joe, and we still don't have an official winner.
We're getting closer.
You think so?
Well, Trump is arguing, the legal aspects of it.
Yes,
Joe,
yes.
Yeah,
I've conceded to the fact that the next president of the United States is going to be Joe Biden.
It looks that way.
And I am going to lobby for that cabinet position of prune juice server.
Okay.
Which we've discussed before. Absolutely. I am just worried right now about one thing. And it's a little disturbing. I don't think our country can handle it. I hope this process of whatever legal stuff is going to go on right now doesn't take too long, because I hope he's actually still alive when they announce that he's the next president of the United States.
Yeah.
It's getting there.
Well, I was thinking that, what is he, 77?
87.
No, he's
78, 87. I'm dyslexic. What do you want?
So
whatever. He's collecting Social Security for several years. What the hell's the difference at this point?
Wait a minute? Do you think he's really collecting Social? I guess he is.
And money from Russia, yeah. So I mean, he's pretty good. He's really well off.
Well, they say the average millionaire has like 7 sources of income or something.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm on. I got a job. I wouldn't exactly call the podcast yet a source of income. That's one of the issues.
Yeah. Okay. Not yet.
No. That's why we need our listeners to like us on Apple Podcasts, rate us, love us. We're trying hard for you. We keep going.
We technically could use the de minimis rule.
What's that?
Of under a certain amount of money, you don't have to declare it.
I think we're way under that at this point. Well, at least the podcast is.
So then Joe Biden's tax proposals are not going to affect the show.
No, not at all. So not at all. I don't think we're on the $3. I think we're up to, or no, I think we actually hit $6.
Maybe.
Do we have to declare that?
I don't know. We've got to wait to see who becomes president. Depends.
That's right. Yeah. So obviously I stayed up late last night. Did you stay up late last night?
I sure did.
I'm hurting a little bit today.
A little bit.
But actually I'm physically hurt, and it has nothing to do with the election. I had a Halloween bouncy house accident.
Were you in the bounce house?
It wasn't really a bounce house. It was like this giant blow up thing, right? And in the middle, it spun, and then you'd have to at one point jump over something and duck. And I box a lot, so I duck. So I was like, okay, this is cool. I can do this, and I'm jumping. Within 2 minutes, I'm dying. And then I woke up the next day, and I think I pulled a muscle from under the armpit all the way down to my hip. My ribs are killing me. So I think I might have had 1 or 2 glasses of wine, and then did this thing, and don't really recall the injury. Woke up the next day. I don't know how it happened. And then 2 days later, I remembered and I figured it out that it was from the bouncy house. So if I'm not up to snuff today, that might be one of the reasons. Not that I'm also overtired from last night. But I just wanted to get that injury out there. What?
Whoa, you on American Ninja Warrior? What are you doing? It's
I
an
know.
obstacle course.
You know what? You get a couple of drinks, and I work out. I go on the bike. I do this, and you know what? Like we say, just like our podcast, aging immaturely, right there. The age caught
I
up
guess
with
you're living the dream.
Living the dream. The age actually caught up with me a little bit Saturday night. You know, so that's what's going on. But getting back to the election results, I had to throw it out there. Was it? You know, I just wanted you to know if I was not up to snuff. I have a little legit injury today.
Well, it's very impressive that you're able to press on and keep the podcast going.
Well, yeah. And, you know, for our audience, I think you have to get intimate with your audience and let them in. And I'm letting them in on my personal
very nice of you.
Injury. You know, that I don't need sympathy. If you want to give me some sympathy, you can email us at agingimmaturely@gmail.com. Take donations for the injury, you know, whatever you want to do. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, too. But I'm trying to plug. I'm plugging. I'm doing well here. But yeah, so in all seriousness, like, I hope for the country's sake that this goes through. So much came out of last night, not just the election, but a real referendum on just how messed up our society is. And it's not the people. It is not the people. One of the reasons, and I think what's happening is he's contesting it because the polls were so wrong. Only that Trafalgar poll, whatever it's called, I think I said it right. They're the only ones that they weren't right this time. They were right in 2016, but they were the only ones that were actually anywhere close to getting this right.
It's, you know, you've got the whole COVID angle going on because of the mail-in ballots, which really hasn't happened to the magnitude that it did this year. And the mail-in ballots are more Democratic, from what I understand, than, you know, Republican.
Right.
But there's so many like logistics regarding that, and like I was looking at the difference, the rules of each state as to when you can start counting them and when they don't count, and there was a lot of like little nuances to the mail-in ballots that are really going to finalize who's in the presidency.
Well, the shocking thing is that now that you say that, the one state that actually had it going on was Florida. After that disaster in 2000 with the recount, they seemed to be on their game last night. I mean, Florida's ass backwards in so many other ways, the way they do business down there, pretty much. But they were counting, they were prepared, and that was a state that they had Biden up by like 4 or 5 points, and Trump won, I think, by 2 or 3 points. They had Trump up in, they had Biden up by 7 in Wisconsin. And it's like less than a point. It's like half a point difference. I mean, Biden did take Wisconsin. But yeah, like you were saying, some of the places, like, they counted the mail-in first and then Election Day. Election Day, Republicans turned out more than Democrats. But it's like unbelievable that we can't count. Like, this is basic stuff.
The system's archaic.
It is.
It's kind of hard to believe. Like, when I went to vote, I went in person. Mm-hmm. It's a Scantron. You literally, I'm coloring in a circle.
Right.
I don't understand this. We can, have cars that go 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds that run on electric. Right. We have, spaceships going indefinitely into space, but we can't vote.
We can't figure out how to count about. And great point, because now we're going to anti-AOC it. They want the Green New Deal, right? They want electric everything. They want to produce solar. And the country can't figure out how to count ballots.
Right. That's what I don't understand.
Unreal. It is such an arc. And we can't remember the one, who was it? I think Iowa was at the beginning of the Democratic primary, and they did it on an app, and that failed.
Yeah. I can't believe, with all the intellectual power that we have in this country, that we can't figure out how to accurately count votes.
Well, maybe we should, my kids can count, your kids can count. I think we should actually take some of the children and have them count. The ones that are actually doing it every day and learning math. It's not, maybe math isn't like riding a bike. After not doing it for a while, it's just not getting on and going.
Yeah. It's,
after you don't do something for a while, you're not that good at it anymore, and it takes you time to pick it up. So maybe, every 4 years, these people count. And that's not good.
No. And it's all like, obviously it's volunteers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like there's an element that's not taken seriously about this, yet when they're counting them in the news, it's very serious.
Right.
When you get to the point where you can demand a recount because you're within a half a percent, well then I don't know. But
I hear what you're saying. But I think with all this early voting and all the early voting, all the mail-in voting, it just screwed everything up. And I think here again, it was so much fear from our media, which is a majority right now, is a joke. They have lost, to me, most of the media right now has lost all credibility. I believe absolutely nothing. It's fear-mongering and it's propaganda. That there were lines for days in cities so people can go out and vote. And give it to the American people during, let me backtrack a second. No, let me backtrack a second.
You sound very, you just
I'm fired up. I'm fired up.
Yeah, you're fired up. And you're going to like a Sunday morning meet the press.
But here's the thing. There was so much fear-mongering during a pandemic, okay? You're so worried about things that people were standing in line outside, even with the masks, and they didn't look 6 feet apart in a pandemic for days.
Those are Republicans.
No, right. They weren't, it was a protest. It was a protest to vote. But seriously, people are lines wrapped around the corner for days. I went yesterday. First of all, there was nobody on the road. I went to work. I got home in 35 minutes. Nobody went to work in the city, either to vote or because it was boarded up and people were scared shitless. But number two, I went in 4:30 in the afternoon. I was the only one there.
I went at like 2:30.
Yeah.
I was the only one there.
Right. So like everybody was so fearful. I felt better there than 100 places that I've been since COVID. I felt more comfortable in the polling place than like being in the grocery store. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Once again, I wonder if some parts of the country have too many polling places,
mm-hmm.
and then other parts don't have enough because it's so spread out. Obviously, I think that's part of the demographics also. When they're going through these the broken down by state and they break it down by county, it's crazy. The major cities get the Democratic vote, and then everybody further
rural
away
areas
get Republican.
But that wasn't always. That wasn't always. Well, it was. Yes, the cities were always Democratic, but the right now, what we've seen, the Republican landscape has changed, and we've had. It's not just a 4-year change. We've had a 12-year arc.
A 12-year arc.
A 12-year arc.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm getting deep.
Well, I mean,
now I'm getting deep.
I mean, I never knew you were this involved in politics.
I really wasn't until I'd say the last 5 or 6 years.
I thought you were going to say like the last 5 or 6 days.
Yes, that too. Who is George Washington again?
No, it's like when
why could Trump compare himself to Abraham Lincoln? Are they friends? What's going on?
It's like when the Yankees get to the World Series and everybody's a baseball connoisseur.
Yeah. But look, I like baseball. I just can't watch regular. 162 games is just too boring.
Yeah,
I like my baseball, but the playoffs are better. But no, I've seen. Look, Trump people were. You had you had 8 years with Obama, who is proving who Trump just ripped apart his legacy as president. A lot of stuff, what's happened. And Trump was basically, like he said, and like every concern, he was the anti-politician, and that's why he was elected. He ran as the anti-politician. And, I got to tell you, people were just fed up with their bullshit, and that's why he came in.
It was a timing thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just the right person, right time.
Yeah, definitely.
And, I mean, Hillary Clinton, she wasn't exactly a fan favorite. And that's what we got. And I said after Obama, it was one of the most important elections in the history of this country. And the way the media, and it was a backlash. Like, he was a backlash, but he's changed a lot of stuff. He's changed the Republican Party. Because the Republican Party, he reached out to the people that never recovered from the what was it called? The economic
crisis?
No, after the housing crisis, after everything else, when we went through that downturn, these are the people whose jobs were taken away. And the last election, before Obama came in, a lot of stuff about illegal immigrants and the borders and how we have to take care of people that aren't even citizens. And there was like a section of our country that was left out that the Republicans didn't care about and the Democrats didn't care about. And it was the middle of the country.
He's played a very strategic game with popularity. He's gone after the small counties where he picks up a little bit here and a little bit there. And, and that was his game plan that worked in 2016.
Right.
Tried to do it again now. But it's just a close race. But, we'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, I mean, come on, it's going to be Joe. It's going to be Joe. I mean, can you? And this job ages you. Because Trump, even with everything, he's a little different shade of orange than when he started.
Yeah.
But I'm just worried. Can you imagine, like, in 2 years, Halloween in the White House?
You're going to wait 2 years?
I'm hoping he's still alive. I was going for 2 years. I mean, next year, hey, great skeleton. That's not a skeleton. That's the president.
Oh, yeah. I think.
And then, you got the haunted house with Kamala.
That'll change also.
Are you a communist? I like hip hop.
I like hip hop.
That's what she said. Are you a Marxist? I like hip hop. Of course not.
Oh, okay.
From the 60 Minutes. You saw that, the 60 Minutes interview. Come on.
Yeah. I know. My favorite was, excuse me, I'm speaking.
Ooh. He was what was it? Manscaping? Mansplaining.
What?
Pence mansplained her. And do I have that term correct? Am I off on my? Well, I know what manscaping is.
Right.
You shave your balls. That's manscaping.
Yeah, he's not. No, he didn't do that during the debate.
No, he didn't.
Mansplainer?
Scaping. Mansplaining. Look up mansplaining.
The explanation.
No, he didn't. He didn't tubing himself live during the debate.
No. Here we go. The explanation of something by a man, typically to a woman, in a matter regarded as condescending or patronizing.
I don't think he was doing that, though.
I think she was a debate. Woman-splaining
to him.
Yes.
But did she ever officially say she identifies as a woman?
I'm pretty sure she identifies as a woman.
Okay, just making sure. I'm trying to be politically correct.
I know that.
Yeah, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but you got to be careful.
I was actually speaking to someone yesterday,
right?
And he said that we were talking about the election, and he goes, "But I know that aging immaturely is, non-politically." Is it, what were we, non-politically biased? Or
no. Right. I mean, we have our own individual views, that we
Yes.
don't take on air. You know, we observe and report accurately. We do. Because Crazy Eddie's going to be out of a job soon, and Prune Juice will be in there.
So let me tell you, Trump is going to be on TV more now than he ever has been before.
He's going to be what?
He doesn't win. He's going to be on TV.
Oh, yeah.
In media more now than he ever has been before.
Oh, definitely. I think if he's official, he's going to be on fire until he gets out of there.
It is going to be so
100%.
entertaining.
Yeah.
It'll be so entertaining if that happens. And I guarantee you, he will never concede the election or say that he lost. So he will say it was, fraud, or it was, they miscounted or something.
Yeah. But he supposedly, his taxes have come up, like we discussed, and supposedly he lost a lot of money doing this, being president, took no salary. How much money do you think he's going to make after this one? I mean, he could just write. I think his popularity, and it soared, that he is a dynamic speaker. If there's you want to pivot,
speaker.
He's a dynamic speaker.
You call that dynamic speaking?
I call it something. He riles up a crowd.
He speaks.
I
don't know if he's a dynamic speaker.
He's a great stand-up comedian. Great salesman. But, I mean, do you know, I wouldn't say he's going to go to college campuses and give a speech, since they're so crazy right now and, with right-wing propaganda over there, or left-wing, whatever it is.
That's a great point.
I'm dyslexic, so I get my right and my left mixed up.
Wait.
But he'll get speaking engagements. What?
Is he going to be invited to deliver the commencement speech at any university?
Yeah, Trump University.
He's going to deliver the commencement. And wait, is that even still in business?
No, he got sued.
He got sued, right?
Yeah. I don't think there was any I don't think there was actually any graduating class there. No. But you get hey, give me 20 grand, here's some online courses, and you get to your commencement speaker is Donald Trump is going to give the great address. That's what you get. I'm telling you, he's going to be on Fox. He's going to be
everywhere.
And you know what? And it's amazing because, look, like I said, I've had it with the media. I've had it with CNN. I've had it with MSNBC. They were just awful. The polls were awful. And I think a lot of it was, I got to tell you, coming off of this, I think a lot of it was propaganda. I think there was a mission for 4 years to get Trump out. I think that these people just did not realize his popularity. He really, I think from day one till, I think he really transcended himself. Transcended, not transpended. What's he spending?
No, I said transcended.
Okay, I said transcended.
But I was impressed with the word.
Oh, thank you. I read the dictionary. But I think he really changed himself. I mean, look at the Latino vote he got. Look at the black vote that he got, and I think really put out a legit message. And a lot of the Democrats just sat on their ass, figuring, okay, you know what? We got this vote, we got that vote. We don't have to work for it. And that all these networks and all these people are calling him a racist for the last 4 years. And he might not be all bubbly and everything, but look, they voted for him, and it was a close election. It's like, it's within 2 points. They had Biden up by 10 points.
Yeah,
so I don't believe any of them.
It was a lot closer than they were saying, but I don't know. I don't know how you can really call something like this without people voting and seeing their votes.
Yeah. But you know what? The other thing that scares me. So, now they're bringing up all these people, all these poll people, and the attorney general of this place and the attorney general of that place, whatever state. And these were the people, if we go to socialized medicine, these are the people that are making the decisions whether you live or die.
I don't think we're going to socialized medicine that quickly.
Wow. Now that Bernie and his squad got a little bit defeated.
Yeah, no.
But I'm saying, but here's a perfect example. Here, we were saying, the things we can do as a country and we can't count. You want to go to socialized medicine, you can't even count ballots and figure out an election, but yet you want to run the country's medical.
I'm starting to feel like you might have a really strong opinion about all this stuff.
Nah, I'm just having fun. What, don't you like your medical coverage?
I do like my medical coverage.
Okay. I just have no faith in the government. That's it. I just don't have any faith in them.
Maybe you should run.
No. Too many skeletons in the closet.
You don't think you get very far?
No, man, no. Although now, New Jersey is that's a big deal. That's a big deal. It's going to get the tri-state area is about to get very interesting with that one.
It's very interesting that there's no conviction for a president, but there is conviction for cannabis.
Yes. Big moneymaker, too.
Well, I can't believe it's not legalized in all 50 states because they're just losing out on a lot of tax revenue.
I know and gambling. I think I think New York State's going to have to go there. Can you imagine? First of all, the Port Authority, once you go over that GW Bridge or pay any tolls to get into Jersey to go get your weed, I think there's going to be an influx. So you're going to make it up over there. Yeah,
but they're saying now that Connecticut and New York have to step on the gas here because they're going to lose out on a lot of tax revenue. And it's all going to go to New Jersey, which makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's coming. But what was it? The governor. This was a racist comment. I forgot the name of the governor over in Jersey, but he's like, so many black people are getting arrested for weed that we should make it legal.
Well,
we should make it legal.
But they're saying because I guess there's a propensity to arrest black people more than white people, and then they hit them up for the drugs. But to me, that's not a reason to legalize.
No, dude, just be honest.
Yeah.
You like to sit in the governor's mansion and smoke a doobie. Come on. You're gonna look like a hero. You're gonna get a lot of tax money. You can now sit now with your feet up. Everybody's inside because of COVID, and you can sit in the governor's mansion and smoke a fatty. That's all he wants to do, and it's legal. What?
You think it's going to get to the point where they're holding a press conference and they just light one up?
Sure, why not? No, you can't smoke inside. You can't smoke inside.
What if it was outside?
I think that because of the smoking laws, the cigarette laws, I think you're not allowed to smoke in certain designated areas. That might keep them from doing
usually
it.
Like train platforms, things like that.
You're allowed to or you're not allowed to?
You're not allowed to.
I think I've been on a train platform. I'm not a mass transit guy.
Yeah, no. Train platforms, people are standing a half a block away from the train platform and smoking.
So what? Cigarette. Did they have a designated smoking area now or they got rid of that?
No, I don't think there's anywhere designated smoke. Or if there is, there's very few.
Oh. You see, we're a healthy society. We're going green.
We're very healthy. It's part of the group. What was it? The Green Plan? What is it called?
The Green New Deal?
The Green New Deal. I think marijuana's lumped in there.
Maybe. It's green.
It's green. That's what I mean.
There you go.
The Green New,
that's my Green New Deal.
They could have won by a lot more with the Green New Deal if they would have advertised that better.
I think so.
Who's their marketing person?
AOC.
I mean, you got to have. You should have.
No, or it's either her or Bernie. They know how to sell it.
No, they don't know. No.
They don't know how to sell it.
No, I don't think so.
All right, sounds good. But we'll keep going right after this.
Aging Immaturely is brought to you by Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First of all, it's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
And we're back. You know, I've just had enough of this election talk already.
Yeah, let's. I think we should discuss more important topics.
Yeah, what do you got?
So, I was reading an article.
You read?
I didn't know that this was an actual formula and this is the way it's supposed to be looked at.
Aren't you supposed to be working?
Working now?
No, but when do you have time to read? I thought you were, you're always home and working.
Well, it's called a work-life balance.
Oh.
It's very, it's very strongly encouraged today to, take your me time.
So what do you do for me time? So is this just like during the workday? I don't know because I'm actually at work.
No, they're actually, to prevent they feel that, they don't want people to burn out because you're literally, going from your bedroom to your office and just working for 12 hours a day and not leaving your computer. And they're strongly encouraging, a little downtime, go for a walk, go exercise, go. What's so funny?
This is like the most retarded thing I've ever heard. They're like you're like it's like school kids. Okay, now you know what? Work for 4 hours. Now go outside for recess. Are you kidding me? This is what they're telling people now. This is what they're telling adults to do.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. It's like
I got to be honest. I don't do it.
Oh, okay. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you really just stop in the middle of the day and just do that, but they encourage it.
But do you feel like now, let me ask you something. Do you feel like now you're just on call 24/7? That
pretty much.
Like just in this vacuum of I wake up, I have breakfast and work is like right there.
There was a clear separation between work and home prior to this. Now there's zero.
Ugh.
And that's what they're worried about.
Just like a natural, I guess, burnout.
Yeah.
See, got to go back to the office. I'm telling you. This, yeah. You see, one day you're going to realize that train ride was a blessing.
No.
Oh, yeah.
You obviously haven't done it.
No, it's disgusting. I'm not. I know. I've taken this. Look, I live, where we live, and there is public transportation. I cannot take it to work. And I've maybe taken it 5 times either to a game into Madison Square Garden or into Brooklyn. Maybe
do it
5
on a regular
times.
basis and let me know how you like it.
Okay, you know what? Don't even go there, dude, because I drive to work every day. And you know what? Those assholes when you're driving on the weekends or going somewhere, I deal with that shit every day. I had this moron. I'm getting on to the highway yesterday or 2 days ago, right? This moron in front of me is like 10 miles an hour onto the on-ramp, right? We get in, we're in the right hand lane. You see my dyslexia is coming out again. So I go into the middle to avoid them, to go past them, and they go into the far left lane at like 50 miles an hour on the LIE. I hate those people.
They do that all the time.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. At 5 o'clock in the morning. Move your ass. There's no one on the road. And you cut me off twice to go into far left lane to not even do the speed limit. So anyway, you were reading. I don't want to cut off your. No, I know you've been reading, and you have something. You have something big.
So during all my downtime,
you've done this. You reading. You've had some educational experiences reading. What you got?
So I did not realize that there's actually a formula for how young of a person you can date where it makes sense. So you shouldn't date anyone.
Wait. The guy's older than the girl.
Right.
And there's a formula for who? For him or for her?
I guess for, the older person. Which we'll call it the male in this scenario.
So, okay, I got to hear this. This is going to be good.
So you're supposed to cut your age in half.
Okay.
And add 7.
That's
the youngest you should date.
All right, so I'm 46.
Right. 23.
30-year-old? I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with myself. And this is for the guy.
You're right.
Okay, because if it's if it's a girl, I mean, there's a ton of factors how old you can go. There is.
So you're saying there's a double standard to this rule?
Yes. I mean, basically, it's what society looks at the guy and would tell him, you're dating somebody too young. Okay?
You know who you just sounded like Adam Sandler in there.
Not
Yeah,
trying.
at the knowledge bowl.
Oh.
Society.
Oh God.
You're,
Oh right. Billy Madison. Yeah. It wasn't intentional.
Oh, it was good though.
Right. So to me, if it's an older guy, I don't like the formula. Because, let's say if you're 80, that's 47. Again, not impressed.
I'll tell you what the problem is.
What's the problem?
Somebody like us,
Yeah.
dating a 30-year-old. What does a 30-year-old want?
Money.
And
I don't have anything to offer.
a baby.
Ooh.
That's
That
forget
ain't
the money part. Money's one thing. Having another kid, something else.
Oh, forget it. I got my 3. That's it.
So I think they should, like, from the ages of like 45 to 55,
Right.
it should probably be like half your age plus 15 or something.
I mean, if I got into that situation, they wanted a baby, I'd say no. Go get a 17-year-old that's like going to college in a year. That could solve the problem. I'd be willing to spend the 80 grand or how much it is to send her to school a year to get, and there you go. There's the kid. Get it out. You're done. You don't have to change any diapers, and it's not ruining anything.
So that's what. So
right. No, I get what you're saying. So for me, I mean, I look at it. You're 84 and you want to date a 22-year-old. Oh, great. It's a matter of how much criticism or people looking at you. On the woman's side, that's a whole different ballgame.
It's totally different. You got to figure,
you're gold digging. There's no doubt. It is, and then you have the sex factor.
Yeah.
So basically there's 2 ways to go with this. Either A, you got to get used to, some hanging balls there.
Well,
some old stuff. Or you go get it on the side with somebody else. When you got the tennis instructor that comes 4 or 5 days a week, can you do that? That's the thing. And can you get away with it? I think that's what a woman's point of view might be.
Yeah, I think they're more into the getting away with it part.
But speaking of this, I just found out the other day. You ever watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
I've watched The Real Housewives, not that one though.
Not that one? Oh, you're a big Bravo fan?
Big Bravo.
Are you? I like Below Deck. I love Below Deck. I am. I am proud to admit I'm a Below Deck fan.
Okay.
My wife makes me watch it, and since I'm such a good husband, I agree to, if there's no game on, we could watch it. So, it's interesting that you bring this up because there's this one Erika Jane.
Okay.
So Erika Jane, who from the beginning, we knew something was wrong with this relationship. So they were actually married for 20 years. Do you have their age? Do you know their ages? Let me see. So anyway, she's married to some old rich dude. And now they're getting divorced.
Huh.
Yeah, can you believe that?
Wow, never saw that coming.
Never saw that coming.
Right now.
No, and
they look like such a cute couple too.
Yeah, but he looks old.
How old is he?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
I think they say he's 81.
And she's how old?
49.
So can you do the calculation there?
Yeah. 31 years?
Does that work? I don't have a calculator in front of me.
What 31, 32? 32? Yeah. 32 years difference.
That's it?
Yeah.
No. You're saying he's 81.
Yep.
And how old are you saying she is?
49.
That's a big difference.
32 years. Yeah.
All right, 32 years.
There you go.
And they've been married for 20 years.
Yeah, 21 actually.
So he was 61. Okay.
No, he was, you're saying.
He was 61 and she was, what were you saying? She's 49?
She was 28.
Okay, so 61, you say cut it in half, right?
Yeah.
He broke the rule.
Well, right. Now
he broke the rule. Now he's paying for it.
It's going to catch you. It's going to catch up to you at some point.
But their whole thing doesn't make sense. Like, he's this old dude, and she's been on, I would say, 5-6 years. So figure she started on the show mid to late 40s, mid to early 40s. Sorry.
Okay.
And he was still in his set. All right. So I mean, she's hot. You would say, in a cheesy sort of way, and she's got this other personality. She's Erika. What's her stage name? Erika something else.
But who has a stage name?
Because she's a dancer. She's got
is she a dancer?
Yes. Erika, that's it. Erika Girardi's her married name. Erika Jane is the stage name. And she flies around the world and became like a third-rate pop star. She's got dancers and shit. Yeah. I mean, we're not talking sold out giant concerts and stuff, but she's got this thing going on. She's got albums.
I'm looking at the pictures here of her. Okay, she's got a look, but
yeah. I mean, let me ask you something. You asked me about Alyssa Milano. If she asked you out to lunch, would you say no?
I'm looking at this one picture where she looks like it's a couple of years ago, so I would have said yes to that.
Okay.
But this more recent picture, not really.
Really? What are you looking on?
E-Online.
E-Online. I haven't hit E-Online yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at a lot of them now. I'm looking at images on Google.
I mean, I think I need something current.
49. To me, I mean, there's work. Definitely. There's definitely Botox, which we've discussed. There's definitely collagen, which we have discussed.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that stuff.
So what, you want a wrinkly?
No, it's natural.
Naturally wrinkly.
Age gracefully.
You're not supposed to age gracefully. You're supposed to age immaturely.
That's more of a mental thing. That's mental.
That's mental. Maybe she's mental.
Yeah.
Why, you think she's having a mental problem?
Actually, I think the picture here. Okay, so I think the picture I saw of her originally was a really bad picture. She's pretty good. She's good looking.
Right. I wouldn't say.
Now I see it. Now I'm coming around.
Right. It's not in a natural beauty sort of way. It's the blonde hair. It's a made up, let's say, Barbie doll kind of beauty.
I feel like I said to her, hey, let's go out and get some dinner. She's not just going to run out the door. I'll see her in 3 hours.
What?
She's going to have to get herself ready.
Yes. Yeah. It's not a pop on, throw on the sweats, and we're out of here.
Yeah.
And I bet. Okay. So she puts herself together well. She has makeup artist. She's got all the shit in her face.
Oh, yeah.
It's not, hey, honey, let's roll out of bed, throw on the sweats, and we're going to IHOP, and you're still going to look the same as later on in the day after you get yourself together.
Look, what you just described is my favorite Sunday morning.
Really?
Yeah, throw on sweats, go to IHOP.
I haven't been.
You've never been to IHOP?
I think twice.
Oh,
I've IHOP twice.
Oh,
I'm not a big breakfast out fan.
You're missing out.
It sits on me.
You're completely missing it. It sits on you.
It sits on me all day.
Don't those Lululemon sweatpants have elastic bands on them? Don't worry, you'll be okay.
Nah, it's not that it's just I'm not like bacon and egg. I'm good to go. Like that's a big breakfast for me. Bacon and egg on a roll.
What's your favorite meal of the day?
Depends. I'm a lunch or dinner person. But again, I can't have a big lunch because it sits on me.
Sits on you.
I'm getting old, man. You know, you gotta. There's some meals that nowadays you gotta kind of plan out.
Wow.
Yeah.
You are just winning over the Home Depot crowd here.
I know.
I mean,
what?
These guys are scarfing down, hot dogs outside of Home Depot. You know, it's laying a little heavy on you.
Are they Kirkland?
Oh,
there you go.
They're the best hot dogs out there.
What? They are. They're good value.
They're phenomenal.
They are, but we I can't get my wife to buy them.
Oh, when you go, there's nothing more rewarding than spending $1,000 at Home Depot and getting a hot dog and a soda for $1.50.
I know, we raped you one way, so we're going to make you feel better the other.
Feel better. Have a hot dog and a soda.
There you go. Oh, God. I got such a great value today. I spent $9,000 on siding and $1.50 on a hot dog and a soda, and now I feel better. That's why they do it. That's why they do it. After they rape you in the store, they give you a little, prize outside for cheap.
You go shopping with your wife. You stock up on the paper towels and the waters, and you spend like $700 on all those supplies, and then you walk out with your $1.50 hot dog.
Well, have you done Costco 2-day?
Have I done Costco what?
Costco 2-day.
What's that?
Oh, you don't know about that. Big saver. Big saver. I got to tell you. All right. So if you go on, there's certain like basic items. We learned this from somebody else, and it's great for COVID to keep you out of the store. So there's Costco 2-day. So you get it in 2 days. Free delivery. You can get paper towels, like a bunch of stuff. But the greatest thing is, like, it keeps your wife out of the store. So she's not buying all the stupid shit. Because, she's going up and down. Oh, we need this. We need that. And you wind up, like, my wife walks out with a flatbed. We got to get three boys. We get a flatbed. That's how
I'm in the same position. I go through the same thing. I'm not even saying that the things that they're buying or we're buying are unnecessary. It's just like massive quantities. Size of it. Like, you say, honey, why don't we keep some peanuts in the house? And like, you come home with like a 10-pound jar of peanuts.
No, I know what you're saying. You ever see a 50-pound bottle of mayonnaise?
Yeah, right. Like you're like, it's definitely not just them. I mean, I get caught up in the excitement also.
Oh yeah, but they got great shit. But that's the thing. Like I got some Kirkland clothes. I've had a Kirkland jacket for like 5-6 years. It's great.
I've got a Kirkland jacket, and I just bought a Kirkland
and I'm not ashamed.
Pullover.
Ooh.
Oh, and it is nice.
Yeah. Did you actually go into the store?
I was in Costco, yeah.
But this is what I'm saying. But when you go and you do it online, it keeps you from buying the extra stuff. So you're actually saving money. See, I keep my wife out of there.
No, I know what you're saying. I think in this case, I think we can be just as bad as the wives.
No, yeah, that's true. I mean,
you get caught up. You're like, oh, we need some batteries for the remote for the TV, and you walk out with a 50-pack of batteries.
That's not so bad. When my wife wanted me I had to go get water and toilet paper, and I came home with a canoe.
Was it the bamboo?
No, it wasn't the bamboo. It was a giant yellow canoe. What the hell? It's like, what do you need that for? Got a great deal. I got a 6-pack. They had 6 of them.
They had bulk. We went in there one time. They had one of those recliner chairs, with the massagers.
Oh,
it was like $8,000.
Yeah, those things are expensive. I got to tell you a little secret. You got nothing to do with your kids. I used to take them to PC Richard.
Yes, I was just going to say that.
Oh yeah, let them go sit in the massage chair
They love
and
it.
watch the TVs.
Anytime I see I'm going to PC Richards, like if we need something, they're like, "Oh, can we come? Can we come?" And they go right to the chairs and they disappear.
I know. Now those chairs are like COVID central.
Oh yeah, now you can't go on those now.
Disgusting. You can't. Remember the day you can't even remember you'd go to like Sleepy's and roll around on a mattress.
You go to Sleepy's. Come on, kids, let's go to Sleepy's. It's nap time.
Yeah. Now those things must be like. Do they have like like in the doctor's office they have the paper that comes out, so you don't have to go right on the mattress if you're like now you can't buy a mattress. Like Bob's Furniture, forget about it. That's another. Let me tell you something. That's another good one, Bob's Furniture, because you get free ice cream and candy. I'm serious. One summer when my two were at camp, and we had nothing to do with my little one, we'd take him on Friday night. You want to go get dessert? He's like, yeah, let's go to Bob's. We go for free ice cream.
It's like at the front. It's like when you pay at the diner and they've got like the
cookies,
the little cookies, and
yes,
and you just keep scooping and scooping. Keep going, kids.
Oh, can't do that anymore. Or what's that? The mints, the white mints at the diner.
Oh,
they're so good.
Yeah, but those you can't do that.
Oh, now? Oh God, they're the snake. Oof. Can't even imagine sticking my hands in there. It's just bad. No. So many things are just not going to be the same that the younger generation is going to miss out on because of COVID.
Free cookies and mints.
Free cookies and mints and rolling around on mattresses. You see?
Those were the good old days.
Yeah, back in January before COVID. Yep. Jeff, I think it's been another great time. We will catch everybody again next week. And remember, no matter who becomes president, please support them. And we're going Kanye 2024. And that's going to do it for today's episode of Aging Immaturely. You can follow us on Instagram at Aging Immaturely, Facebook Aging Immaturely, or you can email us at agingimmaturely@gmail.com.